Hey guys, I'm RozaldVane, and welcome back to another episode of Lacuna. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what is my camera position, if I'm too far off to the side or not. Alright, well anyways, last episode we were basically following a case where a representative from... or the leader, actually, I think. The leader representative of a particular planet. I can't remember the name of the planet. Excuse me as I try to remember it by looking at this. We did have a sheet. I just totally forgot to look into this a little bit in the last episode. We did get a sheet. I just didn't look into the sheet in the last episode because I got so enamored by the time that we had left in the episode that I was like, dude, I need to finish this episode, so I need to get this thing done. And then suddenly I just forgot about it all at once, unfortunately. So Banny's murderer. We're looking into Banny, who's the representative of a particular planet. I believe it was. I like that they actually have a log, for once. I didn't realize they had a log. Drovian Independence. That's the representative government official from that particular planet. So this kind of murder or assassination is a very dangerous one because it could potentially start a war against Drovian and Jarvel or J something. I can't remember what it was called. Garians, yes. It will start a war with Garians and the Drovians, like people, planet thing. Anyways, Banny's murder. Our sheet, we need to fill the perp's hair, which is this. They probably have a something, and then their beard is something. I didn't know they had a beard, but okay. I don't know how we're gonna ever figure out the beard situation. I did go back to talk to some characters because I had to because the checkpoint was kind of far behind. So if you kind of need need a refresher, I probably might need to take a refresher because it's been a full week since the last episode. So Mrs. Norton heard him take a call at 11 o'clock. Around 11 o'clock, the conversation was live, so it's not a robot or anything, or a voicemail thing is what they're saying. What else is there? Receptionist had nothing informational-wise. The guy outside guarding said that his information he got so far is that the room of the killer is in the highest room, while the lights in the room below, meaning that the person was there. Mrs. whoever her name was, Mrs. Norton was in her room with the lights below, so she was there actively. The gentleman's name is Diaz, and yeah, the sheet is what he gave me. So I think she had something more to say. I can't remember what exactly she said. I did call out all the conversations. Oh, there it is. Now you mention it, I heard some noise earlier, sometime between 1 to 2, which I feel like that should have been highlighted. Unless that is not, information that matters. Pause and read this. I think I picked up the news. I can't remember if I picked up this news in the last episode and let you guys read it. So I'm just doing it now just in case. If I missed out on it last episode because I don't remember. Exactly, because again, it's been a week, so I've probably forgotten a few things here and there. I mean, it's probably really interesting world building stuff, but I just kind of want to get over with so that it could be not a delay to the gameplay and stuff. All right, so we need to find the hair, we need to find the beard, and they have a particular aspect of themselves, I guess. So yeah, we're in his room, we're in the killer's room, so we're gonna investigate this room. I have not touched on anything yet, so that's exactly what happened here, I think. It's like I haven't really... spacebar and outline. I guess we can check outline? Okay, so we got the spacebar for the tub and this thing on the table there. On his next to the laptop. Fancy bathtub. Maybe the perp used it. We should have the whole bathroom checked for DNA. Okay. The piece of paper, it's a piece of paper. It's empty except for a strange hand-drawn symbol in the middle. Might be relevant. Okay. There's some stuff over here. An almost empty whiskey bottle and a pretty expensive one at that, judging by the recipient. Or judging by the receipt. Sorry. Recipient. Is there nothing there, I guess? Alright. Let's go upstairs a little bit. Check to see what's up here. Oh, there it is. There's something there. Hey, Garrett. No, sorry. I'm trying to remember voices. It's been hard to remember people's, tone that I gave them. Hey Gary, could you come over here for a second? Did you find something? I'm pretty sure a piece of the window pane was cut out and put back in. Judging from the blue residue, they used the pocket laser cutting device. You think that the sniper could have fired from here? It's possible. He'd have to be a really good shot, though. I also saw a tiny blood stain on the carpet below. Maybe the perp cut himself when he handled the piece of glass. Good work. I'll go back to my post and call the DNA guys. Let me know when you're done. Okay, so... Is there more, I guess? Yeah, got the highlight going here somewhere. So that's that. That wasn't really highlighted in a weird way. This little thing was not highlighted at all. Which is kind of curious for me. Got those. I need to see if there's anything over here in the restroom, I guess. Yeah, there's nothing here. Not enough clues for anything else, I don't think. Yeah, there's nothing else here. I think that's it. I already talked to the people. I already talked to Mrs. Nolan, or Miss Nolan. But I don't think you have any more information for her to have, I guess. Yeah, they won't let me go back in. That's fine. I think that's fair. I think we're done here. Let's go downstairs. A couple of potential witnesses are waiting in the lobby. We really need to track that Diaz guy down. Maybe one of them has seen him leave or even spoken to him. Go ahead and question them. You should also have a look around. It's no crime scene, but you never know where you'll find a clue. I'll be waiting at the reception. Come talk to me once Come talk to me once you think you're done with this place. We're done? You mean you're done? Let me go back upstairs temporarily because he said something in this room might have something too as well if we're not careful. But then again, it's like I kind of have highlight on and I don't see anything, I guess. I'm trying to double check this area a little bit. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anything in this room. Maybe it's in the reception room is what he's trying to say. I think that was not clear enough with what Gary said. Gary said some things and I'm just like, are we sure that you're talking about evidence in this room or that room? I'm just confused a little bit. Saito, anything new? Well, I think to find out Diaz escaped from the hotel. Banny was shot at 1:39. I suppose that Diaz left shortly after that, probably between 1:45 and 2:15. So we have an idea when he left. The big question right now is how. There's a functioning ID scanner at the door that only picked him up once when he arrived. Excuse me. I also don't remember Saito's thing, so I'm just reading it in a weird way. So apologies. I hate myself when there's so many characters and I have to keep track of it in my head because sometimes I'll be like, oh, I didn't sound like that for this character last time, so I might forgot. I forget. That means that he can't leave through the front door. Could he still be here? No. I've had my drone scan the whole building for his ID twice already. He must have gone out through the back door, but you don't get far that way by foot. My theory is that he was picked up by a getaway driver in the backyard. There is a vehicle tracker on the launch pad that scans each car at the exact time it lands there. Cars aren't allowed to stick around for long on the launch pad. It's meant for quick deliveries and pickups. Here's the thing. I went to ask the guard to pull the data for me a couple minutes ago. He said someone had turned it off earlier tonight. Swore it wasn't him and that he hadn't noticed. We have to find out who it was. If we confront whoever helped Diaz get away, we might find out where he went. I'm sending a sheet to yourself. Submit it as soon as you think you know who disabled the tracker. Maybe the traffic data will still help, even though parts are missing. The guard said that your AR module can read it directly from the scanner on the launch pad. Roger that. Alright. Let's talk to the recipient again, or the receptionist again. Excuse me, sir. Can I ask you a few questions? Happy to help. Did you see anybody leave between... Oh, but this is him. Did you see anybody leave between 1:30 and 2:15? No, I was fast asleep until I got called down to the lobby. I have my own room upstairs. Your own room? Do you live here? Mostly, yeah. Thank you. Happy to help. My colleague said the guard is in charge of the vehicle tracker in the backyard. Is that correct? Yes, Mr. Smith. Is the tracker even turned off? Ever turned off? Turned off? No, it operates around the clock. But it doesn't usually break or have hiccups of any sort? I don't think so. It was installed the day before yesterday. I can't imagine it's already acting up. But Mr. Smith can certainly answer your questions about the tracker in more detail. He's usually not in contact with our clients. I apologize if he appears untrained. Thank you. Happy to help. Do you know what Mr. Diaz looks like? Unfortunately, I've never met him. The reception wasn't occupied when he checked in last night. He used our electronic check-in service. Thank you. That's all for now. Okay, so that's that. What do you have to say? I'll never get used to being out in the field like this. See if you can find out how Diaz got away. Okay. Go ahead and talk to the staff. Oh, I can sit down. Just sitting down. You know what? Yeah, I want to sit down for a thumbnail, I guess. I don't know really, because it's hard to say that if there's a thumbnail ever. Oh, maybe there might be a place where I can smoke in here, I guess. Nah, I'd rather have it where it's just a thumbnail of this. Maybe. I don't know. It's hard to say that I want a thumbnail or not from that. I wouldn't say the accomplice should be Miss Norton. Oh, well, let me check the sheet. Yeah, because the sheet has some updated stuff. Oh, there's a... Okay. Diaz has escaped. Diaz could escape unnoticed because the vehicle tracker was turned off by someone. The guard, the pianist, the receptionist, the bartender, the guard. Okay, so we got only like 4 options. It kind of... I don't know. A part of me kind of feel like it sucks that we... already have the people as options without even talking to them right off the bat. So I feel like at times I'm just thinking like if you're gonna provide the options right off the bat, wouldn't it be better to just kind of not show up those options until you talk to them in full, or at least interact with them initially, and then say that this is their job or occupation? Because I don't know if you know all these characters. Oh, actually no, maybe that's the reason why it became an option already, is because this guy Saito probably already talked to all of them. But then why give me that job to decide on who's the one? It makes me kind of iffy, I guess, a little bit. Narratively or logically, I think that Saito should have been the one who decided who's the guy, and not so much just leave it to me to do all the work. I don't know. I just find it a little bit flawed that somebody already decided all these characters, but not like do the job themselves, I guess. All right, we're gonna talk to the guard last, I guess. I fear that it is the guard, but I don't know. Excuse me, sir. How can I help you? Did you see anybody leave between 1:30 and 2:15? I was right here all night, but I really didn't pay attention to that. Sorry. We gave a concert earlier, and I kept playing for the people that stuck around. Thank you. How can I help you? Have you ever met Mr. Diaz? Diaz? The guest from the 8th floor? I think I talked to him yesterday. I was having a late night drink at the bar after he arrived. I was packing up my things when he went to his room. I asked him about the viola he was carrying. Quite an expensive model, I have to say. A viola? Huh. Did he show it to you? No, he kept it in his case. He's generally wasn't the talkative type. Oh, what did he look like? Yeah, I need that. What does Diaz look like? He's a red hair with a beard. Thank you. That's all for now. Nice. That is information I kind of needed. I needed that information because, yeah, so he has a red beard. Okay, so I'm going to say red. He is a red beard. Okay, never mind. So he might have a different... Well, I mean, some people can dye their hair a different color or dye all of it, you know, red. But I think most likely the option is that he has red hair anyways and a red beard. I didn't know that. I thought it was. I thought he meant like what kind of beard they have, like a type of beard, shaved. What's the option? What are the mustaches called? Like a mustache, I guess. Like mustache, shaved, clean shaved, goatee, I guess would be another option. I feel like that would have been more interesting than, oh, it's a red colored beard. Like obviously the hair color beard will match the head on the hair, you know. Excuse me, madam, could I ask you a few questions? Okay. Okay. Did you see anybody leave between 1:30 and 2:15? No, I was back in the kitchen cleaning some glasses. Had a lot of dishes to do after the concert tonight. Can I go now? I have a young boy at home and the sitter can't stay much longer. I'm sorry, but the hotel is on lockdown until further notice. You might want to give them a call. It could be a while until you can leave. Thank you. I have another question. Okay. Have you met Mr. Diaz? Diaz? Couldn't ring a bell. Don't think he'd ever come to my bar. Thank you. That's all for now. Wait. I'm a little confused. The pianist said that he saw, or he met Mr. Diaz at the bar the night before. And he was carrying a viola, but yet he contradicted himself saying that he went to the bar, but the bartender said she's never met the guy. So clearly someone is lying in this scenario. The pianist or the so maybe the pianist is the liar. Alright, let me see what's out here first before we talk to the guard up here. Yeah, I was kind of curious about the trash can because that thing got highlighted so easily. What do we got? Who the hell are you? Oh, that's the pianist. Ooh, so it makes it even more suspicious that this guy's trying to get involved here. Sorry, am I interrupting something? No. Going for a smoke? Yep, might as well. It sounds like you're going to keep us here for a while. Probably. Hey, I have a question. Do you always store your whiskey in the backyard? There's an expensive brand to just leave out here. Oh, looks like they forgot to bring in the part of tonight's shipment. I'll let the bartender know. Was that whiskey dropped off here by car? Yeah, the alcohol often comes in pretty late. Do you remember when they landed tonight? No. Wait, I do. Actually, I think I saw them arrive when I went back in after a break. I think it was precisely like at 11:10 p.m. Are you sure about that time? Yeah, I was looking at my cell right at that moment because I got a message. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, I'm trying to piece together the way I'm speaking. But at the same time, I didn't think that they had an expensive whiskey thing out here. It's kind of interesting. Interesting that they... But also, how did the pianist conveniently know all this information randomly at times? Wait, but then also, why would the security not pay attention to the whiskey being dropped off here? I'm so confused by that. Evening. Could you answer a few questions? I heard that the vehicle tracker was turned off tonight. Did you happen to know why that is? No idea, really. It's supposed to be running around the clock. Are you sure it was turned off and didn't just malfunction? Pretty sure. It was said it was offline. I just turned it back on and it seems to be running fine now. Plus, it's only been there for 2 days. It's a good brand, too. Can it be turned off and on from anywhere other than this booth right here? No! And it's just been you here all night. Nobody else? Well, sometimes I take a break. I usually ask Felicia or Bernd to take care and keep an eye on everything. Felicia? Or Bernd? Felicia's the bartender. The other one is the one that won't shut up about her stupid kid. Bernd's the pianist. Did they take over for you tonight? Yeah. Let me think. Felicia at 22 o'clock, 11 p.m. Bernd at 12:45 p.m. or a.m. 12:45 a.m. Both for about 15 minutes. Oh. Yeah, that's interesting. So Felicia and Bernd are both super duper suspicious. I'm very surprised. They both, but I don't think Felicia's that. Or maybe she is. I don't know. I mean, Bernd did clearly say that the bottles arrived at 22:30 or something like that, right? Thanks. Have you met Mr. Diaz? Diaz? Who's that? A guest from the 8th floor? He arrived last night. No! Haven't talked to any guests in a while. Thanks. Did you see anybody leave between 1:30 and 2:15? Or a car picking up someone? Could be. A bunch of people just got picked up after the concert. But I'm more interested in people going in than out. I see. When was the concert over? It started at, I don't know, 10:30 p.m. Took around 3 hours. But some people just stuck around at the bar a little longer. Thanks. That's all for now. Alright, so I think we have almost a solid amount of clues. Oh, the pianist is available again with the bartender. I'm wondering what the bartender lady is up to, because I feel like she's the one with less information so far. But she clearly seems like she's lying, or that the bartender was lying. Let me double check. Because it seems like we asked her an information and she kind of gave us a sort of roundabout thing. Oh, there's one more clue. I'm missing one more clue. Okay, I was wondering if there was one more clue or something. Bartender, what did she say? Concert. Nothing more? Having a smoke. Well, what's suspicious about it is that pianist did take a smoke at 22:10, so that's also very suspicious, because he said that the guard said that he had asked the bartender to look out for the button at 22 o'clock or 11 p.m. I'm wondering if people are used to the 22 o'clock or 11 p.m. because for me, I don't mind. I like both sides. It doesn't matter to me as much. Because both of them will eventually equate to the same sort of information in my head, that it's 11 p.m. or 11 at night, which is 22 o'clock. I've had clocks where it's just actually doing that instead of like the other way around, but I prefer none of them. I just like either one because it just tells me what the time is exactly. Sometimes when you say 11, it's just like night or day. But anyways, so his concert lasted 3 hours. Let me double check. His concert lasted 3 hours. So it ended at 1:30 a.m., I guess? No. It ended at 11:30 a.m. Oh, I might have misread it. I said 11:30 a.m. It was 10:30 a.m. maybe. Yeah, this is 10. Sorry, my brain is not used to this number. I have to calculate it in my head, so my bad. I do mean 10:10. But wait, if he's taking a break during concert, that seems like a precise lie, isn't it? Because you just take a smoke break during your concert randomly? Let me double check. The guard said something about taking a... it was a 13-hour thing. 12:45. Yeah, so he's already ended his concert by the time 12:45 happened. A bunch of people got picked up for the concert. This is... Yeah, it ends at 11:30. So... But some people stuck around a little while longer, about 3 hours. So it could have ended before 11:30. Give or take, it could be at 11. So I have to interrogate the bartender further, I feel like. I feel like the bartender is the most suspicious one. Okay, let's talk to the bartender. Or not bartender, the pianist is the most suspicious one out of this group. Excuse me, madam. Could I ask you a few questions? Okay. The vehicle tracker was turned off earlier, and I'm trying to find out why. Do you know anything about it? I heard that you were briefly took over for the guard a while ago. I did, but why would I turn off the tracker? I wouldn't even know how. Thank you. That's all for now. So that means that something happened and the bartender was kind of unattentive to her thing, maybe? Because he did take a smoke during her break, or during her temporary takeover of the guard's post. Which makes zero sense, honestly. I don't know why you would be 15 minutes of a break and letting somebody else do your job for you. That makes zero sense. Excuse me, sir. How can I help you? The whole tracker was turned off earlier tonight. I'm wondering if you might know something about it. Did you just stand in for the guard tonight? I did, but just for a few minutes, and I touched nothing. Was the tracker still turned on while you were there? I really don't know. I just sat there until he came back. Thank you. That's all for now. That's all for now. Oh, do I have other clues? I actually have the highlight on, but there's nothing really highlighting anything as of late so far, and I'm really annoyed. Yeah, because I already checked everything that I could for now. Is there anything up here? No, there's nothing there. There's a camera. I just realized that. I was like, there's a camera here. Oh, this is the thing I'm standing on is literally the launch pad, isn't it? The landing pad. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't know the landing pad would be that. Alright, so we got some information. I can't click on anything up here, it seems. Alright, 18 o'clock. 18 o'clock landed. 19 o'clock landed. 1936 landed. So those times are not that important. 2015, 2020, 2022. Landed 2204. There's a landing. Yeah, 2204. I can't scroll down either, so I have to. A vehicle tracker, it registers every car coming to the backyard. Okay. A crate full of expensive looking whiskey. Okay. So 2204 is when they landed it. I'm just trying to think who's suspicious here. I'm still kind of annoyed. Any specific questions? Okay, so I'm just kind of figuring it out there. Okay. Where's Gary? Oh, there's Gary. I don't have enough information. I'm just realizing I don't have enough information. What? Are you saying that the... It's definitely not the receptionist, no. It's either the bartender or the pianist at this point. There's two people who I'm just still kind of figuring out. I don't know why it's doing the... I guess maybe because they're saying that you now need to decide kind of thing, maybe? Ooh, this is rough, because I don't really have a lot of information. So there's two conflicting problems here. Okay, we're gonna make that decision before the episode's end. Yeah, we're already over time anyways, a little bit now. 30 minutes the mark I usually like to hit. Oof, this is rough, because there's not enough information still. Which I like. I like that there's still somewhat of a hole between everything here, but it still kind of has the sort of like, you might need to be very cautious on who you choose, because somebody or the other person have a bit of something. So, first and foremost, the pianist is the one who saw Diaz. Yeah, so depending on what happens, I don't know if... Oh, let me see if the other thing has something else. Whiskey bottle, viola case. There we go. So, we know it's a viola case. We know it's a red hair, a red colored beard. But I don't know if the hair color would be any different than red. So that's kind of the assumption here, that this is going to be the lineup. I think the pianist, but I guess we don't have enough information. Let me see the clues here. Okay, we got all the clues. My bad. These things won't matter right now. It's just these two right here. It registers every car coming into the backyard, and then crate. Okay. I want to see the logs one more time. We got to make this decision today. I cannot delay this one because it might end up taking too much time. Okay, let me read this a little bit fast. I did, but just for a few minutes. I touched nothing. I don't really know. I just sat there until he came back. Turned off earlier, and I'm trying to find out why. Do you know anything about it? I heard that you briefly took over a while ago. Oh, she hesitated. I did. But why would I turn off the tracker? Oh, she hesitated a little bit here. Okay. I mean, the plausibility of why the bartender is a suspect is because she has a child. But her being a child means that there's vulnerabilities where she could give up a little bit too much information. Or too much, like, make herself vulnerable to being coerced or bribed into helping those people. And she's the only one who knows about the whiskey shipment, right? Ooh, that's interesting. She might be the one with the whiskey shipment as well, because she's the only one who deals with the bartending stuff. Oh, okay, that might be the case. Felicia also was there at the time of when the shipment came through as well. But a bunch of people got picked up on concert. But we have to go back because the time frame of leaving is at 1:30, isn't it? Not 12, not 22, not 22 o'clock, but 1 a.m. I'm getting crossed off. I'm getting did you see anybody leave between 1:30 and 2:15? Yeah, because we keep constantly say 1:30 to 2:15 p.m. Meaning that Diaz wouldn't have left until those particular time frame. So it's not the bartender, but the pianist, because the pianist again knows how the guy looks, knows how Diaz looks like, and is the last guy to actually be patrolling the guard's post, which the guard said something about. Yeah, about Diaz, or about Burned at 12:45, which is very conveniently about 30 minutes in. So he waited 15 to hit 1 o'clock, and at that point, yeah, I think the whiskey thing is to throw us off, isn't it? Because it doesn't matter, because the killing didn't happen until... Let me see. I need to figure out where Saito... Well, I tried to find out how Diaz escaped from the hotel. Benny was shot at 1:39. Yes. So that probably is between 1:45 to 2:15. So we're barking at the wrong tree, isn't it? Unless you're talking about how he entered. Let me see. Yeah, because it says escape, not how he entered. So I think I'm led to believe it's the pianist. Because I'm being misled by the fact that they keep showing me the time of a different time frame that is not exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for the time frame of 1:30 to 2:15 or 1:45 to 2:15, which is very, very close to what Burned was doing. But when did the guard turn on the thing, I guess, is what I'm curious about. The day before yesterday. 1:30 to 2:15. That's funny that this is 1:30 right here. It's kind of convenient there almost. I'm so confused. I'm super confused. There's too many conflicting information I have no clue about, though. So I don't think the bartender is guilty. If anything, I just think that she's just negligent because she's just too worried about her kid. So I don't think it's her. I don't think it's the bartender. I think the bartender thing was kind of random to me a little bit and distracting me. It's a red herring, essentially, what those things are called. I think it's Burned. But 15 minutes is not enough time for him to hold off. But he could have turned it off, I guess. Like, he could have turned it off at 1 o'clock. Okay, there's only two suspects that I can think of when it comes to this. It could be the guard, or it could be the pianist. Because the guard said 1:45, or 12:45. And 15 minutes in would be 1 o'clock, but Diaz would have to have shot the guy and left right at 1:45-ish, I guess. 1:45. So it's like almost a full hour before anything has happened. Okay, let me see. When did they turn it back on? That's the question. That's only one thing I need to know. When did the guard turn the tracker back on? Picked up on the getaway vehicle in the backyard. The vehicle tracker on the launch pad that scans each car at the exact time it lands. Quick deliveries and pickups. Someone had turned it off earlier tonight. Swore it wasn't him and he hadn't noticed. We have to find out who it was. Read it directly from the scanner on the launch pad. So did the launch pad stop at 12, I guess? Or 22 o'clock? And that's the case of why it just never continued on further? Oh, this is so hard. Because I'm just like... It could be the bartender too now, thinking about it now. Damn it, I hate this! I hate this! I hate this so much. There's already three suspects. It's just the bartender, pianist, or the guard. But the guard doesn't seem like he knows what he's doing either ways. The receptionist did say he's kind of very green. Like, he's very fresh on this whole thing, so... Is the tracker even turned off? Turned off? No, it operates around the clock. And it doesn't usually break or have hiccups. I don't think so. I imagine that's already acting up. But Mr. Smith can certainly answer your questions about the tracker in more detail. He's actually not in contact with our clients. I apologize if he appears untrained. Yeah, he says untrained. So that means that he's kind of green about the whole thing. Damn it. I really hate this. It's between the bartender and the pianist. I still think it is. My suspicion is the pianist and the bartender. Alright. Okay. I'll make that decision right now. I'm just gonna say YOLO. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna do a good job at this either ways. The pianist or the bartender? Well, if the tracker stopped at 22 o'clock, is what I'm led to believe, that that's where the tracker stopped, then I'm gonna say it's the bartender, because there's a lot of weird things going on with the bartender's time frame, but the pianist also has a lot of information that seems very suspicious as well. But the bartender already kind of gave a lot of good hints to say that she might have done it, because she hesitated in her conversation. Okay, let's do all the negative points. The bartender says the bartender hesitates when we ask the question of did she turn it off. She knows when the shipment arrives for like the whiskey bottles because she's the only one who should be handling that. The pianist did take a break to see what was going on and saw the shipment just being dropped there. So technically at that point the bartender should have been there, but he never said anything about the bartender being in that location at all. The tracker stopped working at that particular time of when she started taking guards of whatever it is, and I guess that was what it was, because it never tracked beyond 22 o'clock. And she has a child, so it makes, I mean, again, she can be bribed because, you know, child support's very expensive to her, maybe. As for pianist, he knows what Diaz looks like. He had a drink with Diaz, talking to him about stuff. The pianist could also have taken a smoke at that point conveniently, just because he kind of wants to know what we're doing, I guess, which makes it a little bit suspicious. And the concert kept going for 3 hours, right? So he shouldn't have taken a break in the middle of all that, I think. I mean, there is an intermission, but it's unclear if an intermission happened during the time of him taking a smoke break. And that's pretty much it, I think. I don't think that the time frame of him taking the guard's post at a very late time makes any sense, though. But it could at the same time, and that's my biggest problem, is I don't know. Because it seems like the tracker died early. Because the tracker didn't go any further with... Yeah, because the tracker didn't go any further past a certain time frame. Is what I'm led to believe. Let me double check the tracker one more time, and then we'll make that decision. I'm gonna make the decision after this. I'm led to believe the bartender is the problem here. Yeah, because you can't scroll past this, I don't think. You can hear me scrolling this, or trying to scroll it. So, yeah, we don't have any time tracker beyond a certain time frame. So, I think, yeah, I'm gonna say the bartender's trouble. I don't want to, but I feel like she's gonna be the one that I think is trouble. All right, Diaz could escape unnoticed because the vehicle tracker was turned off by the bartender. Screw it. Talk to the bartender. Let's see. I might be wrong here. Excuse me. I'm afraid we have to have another chat. I really got to get home soon. I don't know if you have kids, but you got to take care of... The guard told me that you took over for him during his break at 22 o'clock. After that, no more vehicles were scanned on the launch pad. However, the guard said the people were picked up in the backyard all night. According to the pianist, there was delivery shortly after 10, but there's no record of it. After 10? Oh, because he said that it was 20 to 10, I think he saw. He saw the delivery of the whiskey truck. The tracker must have been already been turned off. Care to explain what's going on here? I don't know what you're talking about. If you won't be honest with me now, I'll have to take you in for questioning. What? No! I have to get home! Mr. Diaz is suspected of being involved in an interplanetary murder case. I don't have to tell you how serious it is to be complicit in something like that. Murder case? Crap! I didn't know what he was up to, okay? It was about the money. Did he kill someone? Please, tell me everything from the start. Diaz was at my bar last night. He offered me a drink. I knew it. That's why I was like, why wouldn't you tell me how Diaz looks like, since you literally spoke to the guy, and I knew the money was to play. I'm sorry I took so long to get to this point, but it was just like all the clues were conflicting me so much. I'm good at doubting myself. I'll tell you that much. I'm good at doubting myself. I don't know if anybody who's watching this thinks that they never doubted themselves. I doubted myself way too much that I always end up hurting myself more than anything. Like, even on tests. Like, it's a one-time chance only. So, anyways, let's finish this up quickly because I am really out of time. At first, I thought he was going to hit on me, but then he said he needed my help. That he was expecting a visit today, and that his visitor wanted to stay under the radar. He asked me if I could do him a favor, and I turned out to turn off the car tracker off. Offered me a bunch of money for it. I had to take it. I really needed it, okay? I didn't think it would do any harm. I assumed it was about a secret lover, maybe a famous one. Wouldn't be the first time around here. It's also pretty commonplace that our guests ask for special favors. This was a pretty small one, honestly. And then I saw Diaz leave tonight. He was picked up by a guy in a white van. I realized he has lied to me, and I got cold feet. That's when I called in an anonymous tip. Oh, so she's the one who knew that something was wrong with Diaz. So we got that hint from this woman all this time. Ah, okay. So, that was you. Why didn't you say right away that he got away in a van? I don't know, I panicked, okay? I said he was suspicious, and I hoped that you take it from there. I didn't want to implicate myself by drawing attention to the car. I see. A white van, huh? Did you catch any more details about the car or the driver? No, I'm sorry. What does Mr. Diaz look like? He's a skinny tall guy with a red hair and a red beard. Please, you have to understand, I didn't think it was a big deal. You can't tell anyone. I can barely make ends meet. I can't lose my job or go to jail. I have a son. I want to be nice to her. I get it. She's already kind of basically. She basically already gave us the information we needed. I think that witnesses do like in real justice. Yes, she would get arrested, and no matter what she needed to do, it's whatever. And I know that Neil can relate, so Neil would totally understand that she needed to do this because Neil has a kid himself. So. I'll think about it. Alright, cool. Woo! And that means we can fill this sheet out, though. This is technically done now. Alright. Sweet. Alright, cool. Thank you guys for watching. Oh no, 39 minutes ago? Oh, are you kidding me? Alright, let me talk to the... You know what's funny? Okay, never mind. Let's talk to these guys and then let's end the episode real quickly. Talk to the staff. No, I had to talk to Gary. I think I might know how our guy escaped. He bribed the bartender to turn off the vehicle tracker in the backyard. After she did that, a white van came to pick up Diaz. The bartender gave the anonymous tip to the police when she realized that Diaz has lied to her. Sounds like a risky plan. Banking on the cooperation and silence of a stranger like that. I think that the part was improvised. The tracker was installed only 2 days ago. Don't you think she might have had an accomplice from the get-go? Unlikely. If she was, I don't think she would have called in a tip. Maybe, but we should have her arrested to be sure. No, let her be. Honestly, just leave her be. We've got bigger fish to fry. What are you talking about? She's clearly involved in this whole conspiracy, knowingly or not. She did something she thought was insignificant to make some extra money. She's probably underpaid and she has a kid. Do we really want to risk her going to jail? She should have thought of that. Knowing makes us complicit. We are breaking the law. We'd be breaking the law. The law and the justice aren't always the same thing. Gentlemen, I've been looking into that white van while you were talking. A vehicle matching the description passed by a nearby security camera at about the right time. Pretty sure that's it. I followed its trail. It was last scanned a few minutes ago and seems to be parked now. Where? In the lower layers, just a few train stops away. Excellent work. Conrad, you go check it out. I'm waiting for the chief here. He's on his way. Wanted to see this place for himself. And I will get back to HQ. I'm of more help with the database at my fingertips. Copy that. I'll catch the next train and keep you posted. Gosh. Okay, so we're gonna take the train. That's how we're probably gonna save, I believe. Yeah. I am so freaking pissed that the checkpoint system sucks still. Checkpoint system, man. I wanted to checkpoint more often, not less often. Damn it. Wasting 39 minutes of my time, damn. Dude. Can I... Okay, there we go. Let's go. Alright, once we get there, I'll end the episode. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode of Revenue Minds, and hope you guys have a great, amazing day. Good night to everyone for watching this. Gahara Causeway Canal. So we're kind of going to a much more lower-ended place. Alright. Cool. And that is the save point. Cool. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time in another episode of Lacuna. I do apologize. I'm probably going to keep this episode this long, unfortunately, because I took too long to think about it. I hate myself about it, but hey, that's the game, I guess, and I stupidly did that to myself. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode. I know you guys. Hope you guys have a great, amazing day. Good night to everyone watching this. We're probably very far in now, I think. We're maybe like 25% into the game, maybe. But I'm looking forward to whatever's next to the game. So the next episode will be another day, so I might forget a few things here and there, but forgive me as I continue to go about it. But who knows? Other than that, Roz out.